Hi everyone, it's Natara, and I am going to be going over the new light chase today, the Dance of Deceit. I am super excited about this. I already got my little tickets from right here, and I'm just so excited because it looks so good. Also, I found out today that if you purchase the fashion code and you start doing your tasks, like I woke up whenever maintenance was done and logged in, and between maintenance and when the banner drops and like all the stuff comes out, there's like a 30-minute period. So I did like most of my dailies in that 30-minute period, and I didn't know that if the fashion code wasn't loaded, it wasn't going to accept your XP for the tasks that you did before it dropped. So now I'm stuck at level 1. If you run across this, go ahead and report it just in case they don't catch it, because that sucks. And you'd have to like buy these levels, and I think the only way you can buy a level is with coupons, and that's awful. So yeah, make sure you report it, and maybe it'll get fixed, or maybe they'll just fix it on their own because they know this happens, because I mean this had to have happened multiple instances by now, you know? But let's go ahead and look at the light chase and everything. I don't know if you guys seen the promo videos for this and all of the stuff, but it's gorgeous. It's so stunning, and I love this hair. I love all the ribbons in it. It looks so cool and so fun, and it's awesome. I love it. As for the dress, this is gorgeous. Like, I love all the layers of the robes and the ribbons and everything, and it looks so cool and detailed, and I am so excited to find out how it dyes. I bet there's gonna be 20 plus dye slots for this thing. I can already see it. And then of course we have this gorgeous coat, and I'm so happy that it has like a different shape and texture. I'm totally okay with like these big floating aura ribbons, whatever they're called. I love those to death. I will never dislike getting coats like those. And I do like that this one comes with these huge like decor bell things on them. They're so cool. And we get this, I think this is a paintbrush. I'm pretty sure, I can't really see the tip of it, but I'm assuming it's a paintbrush. We get this beaded necklace. I feel like it sits on the doll like a little bit too high. Like if they scooched it down just a bit so it kind of set flesh to the skin, I think that would be a little bit better, but it's probably meant to not clip into your clothes, and that's why it's like hovering a bit. We have this giant back piece. This thing is great, and it looks huge, and I'm so excited to be able to move it around. These little face masks that float around, ooh, they're so cool. I'm obsessed. Okay. We got a hat piece. Gorgeous. I can't wait to size this up and move it in front of my face. Hopefully, maybe is this gonna be, this is probably gonna be the hair piece. So with this hat piece, it's probably, you're not gonna be able to like split it apart. Of course, with this hair piece, this is gorgeous. This is gonna go great with a million different fits. I'm gonna probably be using this like no one's business. These gloves, I love like the little ink flame things on them, and then the 2 long nails, or I guess, I don't know what those are called, like finger guards. I don't know, they're cool. We have this other face mask, and I don't know, it's hard for me to pick my favorite piece, like anticipation wise, to be able to play with, because this piece looks super cool, and I know it comes with different modes. So I don't know what's gonna end up being like one of my top pieces. This thing looks cool. I'm a little worried about the dyes, but not as much as I normally would be with one of the light objects, because they show the black in this, and it does look black. So I'm excited to play with the dyes on that one. We got some little anklets, and we have these gorgeous little shoes. These are so cute. And I'm happy they're not heels. We get a lot of heels. I'm wondering if she's like stuck in Barbie mode though, like she's forever on her toes like that, or if she'll be flat-footed with them on. Now for our 5-star suit, we get this cute little like sleepy outfit. This hair is so cute, it's adorable. We get this little night dress. I think it's got a little sheer layer over on it, and some fluff, some little earrings. I think it's a strawberry and a flower on the other side, but those are cute. I like that there are 2 different items. Like this wristband, I don't know how I feel about this one, to be honest. This is not something I would imagine to be with this outfit, but that's okay. I am most excited for these little cloud pieces, though I'm disappointed that it comes with these little lambs that spark around. I would like to be able to just have the cloud pieces by themselves without the light debris. And of course, this little like head covering is adorable. This giant stuffy, I don't know, it's huge, like it's super huge. But it is cute, but it's gonna be very limited in how much you can like use it in an outfit, you know? These socks, are these socks? Yeah, they have to be socks, right? I love that they come with a thigh-high anklet. Not a thigh-high anklet. What do you call a garter? Is it a garter? What are these called? No, it has to be a garter, right? It can't be like a thigh strap. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway. Moving on, we have this cute little coat. I love that it's like kind of draped over the body. That's adorable and definitely good for like those cute little lazy fits, like you just rolled out of bed sort of thing. We get some more fuzzy slippers. For our 4-star suit, we get this dress. Is it a dress? Yeah, cyberpunk. It's a cyberpunk outfit. It's super cute. I'm curious to see how this is going to dye and what light effects it might have on it. I love this coat. That's really cute, and I like that it fits over the dress. That's adorable. This half headband is very cute. Is there I think there's a tassel hanging from it. It reminds me of like almost a call center helmet. Is it a one-sided earring? Oh, I love that. Awesome. These little gloves and these socks. Oh, those are so cool. And we have these shoes. I like these shoes actually. Those are cute. I like that the strap over the top of your foot looks like a headband too. You know, it matches the half headband up here. I think that's cute. As for our loose 6-star pieces, we get this handheld heart pillow, this hat piece, kind of hard to see from the image, and then this other hat piece. I'll have to see what that looks like from the front. It kind of looks like, you know, those little tiny caps that the Jewish men wear on top of their heads? It looks like that on her head, and then a layer of like sheer material with butterflies and petals thrown on it. But I'll see how that works later. For our loose 5-star pieces, we get this denim overall dress thing. I don't know about that one. Here, Ripple Creek. This one I think is a little bit more usable, at least for me. Depends on how that black and white checkered pattern is going to dye. We get this little hair barrette. That looks cute. I'm probably going to scale that up. A little necklace. Another face accessory. I'm always excited to get face accessories. This, oh goodness. I wonder if this is going to be a necklace. I mean, it has to be a necklace, right? Watch them put it in crossbody just to make me look silly. And then this little vine choker. And for our makeup, we get these lovely duotone contacts. These look so good. The colors are so vibrant, and I'm excited for it. We get these snow blush contacts. They look like a dusty rose pink. Oh, I actually think there is a rose in them. We get this awesome facial paint. Oh, it's so lovely. I love this like deep red and that rich blue together. It looks gorgeous. And of course, we're gonna get a lipstick. I'm worried about how that's going to look on the darker tones because of the ombre on it and everything. An eyeliner. Oh, is it like a squiggly one? That looks great. Oh, it's gonna go great with that facial paint. And another lipstick. Ooh, that looks good. Hopefully there's not like a lightener built into it and it is just like a gloss, but that looks cute. And we do have a new loose piece of makeup down here, Lotus Afar. These little brows. Oh, they're like little mountains almost. And for our ally, we get Gerald's Frozen Slumber. Is he on fire? Over here on this coat, you know, he looks like he's on fire a little bit. And for our decom, we get this dress with a bunch of light particles on it. I don't know if I like this dress or not. There's kind of like a lot going on with it, which is typical for a decom dress, except for the last one, you know, the fondant Barbie doll dress. I'm talking about this one right here. But this one, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I guess we'll see. It might grow on me as I stare at it over the next couple of weeks. But what is it even labeled as? Lolita. That makes sense. I mean, I like parts of it. I don't know how I feel about all of it together, though. It could be that I'm so distracted by all of the debris flying around. It reminds me of the puppy paws on the last fashion code dress. It's just a bit distracting. And I'm curious about if we can chop off these sleeves and put different sleeves on it. But you know, that's a really expensive curiosity to try and test out. However, this is probably one of the first handhelds in here that I'm like, oh wow, I really need that. This thing is so cute. It's so big and I love it. It's just, I'm excited to get this. This one, not so much. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't know. Oh, see, that die scheme's really good. Oh, there's a candle inside. That's cute. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Decom prices add up really, really quickly. As for our items, we get this Scene Fragile Dream, which looks gorgeous. I think it is probably just going to be pretty limited to right here. I'm hoping that, it's probably going to be one of the cutoff scenes. So if you were to do one of the motion cameras that does like the 360, you'll probably see a black abyss from the front view whenever you spin around, but I will show that because I always get the scenes and I really like this one. And plus we have that one handheld that actually matches these little paper kites, so that'll be cute to pair together. We get this furniture piece, Scorching Beacon. Switch to first person view to board the beacon. What does that mean? Like to go inside of it? Is it gonna like take off like a spaceship? What's going on? I'm assuming that you just go inside of it to like walk up to the top or something. I don't know, that's interesting. I'll show that too though because I'm gonna get it. I like to get the furniture. You can also get this avatar frame, Faithful Dream, the avatar Staying Vow, and this chat bubble actually looks really cool. This Divine Dance one, that looks great. And then you can also get this photo frame, Purging Flame, this cute effect, Blush Garden, and this effect, Fairy Clouds, which is really cute. And honestly, I would probably get this if it weren't so expensive. And if we could put it on our home panel, I would love to be able to have effects like this, like constantly on the home panel, just to add like some extra flair, you know? I would definitely have this. I love clouds. I love like cloud aesthetics and everything, so that would be cute. But because it's so expensive and because I can't really do anything with it and they disappear whenever you take HD photos, I don't bother with these. I can always add this with like a photo editing app. But that is everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the pulls. So this is our first 10 pull. And we got our 4-star shoes, our loose 5-star necklace. Oh, we got the 5-star hair. Cute. I don't think I've ever gotten the hair first. There's our 4-star coats. And we got the new, like, kind of semi-permanent makeup piece. Pull 20. We have our 4-star earring, our 5-star earrings. And there is our 6-star necklace. And there's our 4-star dress. Pull 30. There's our 4-star socks, our loose 5-star necklace, and there's that loose 6-star hat, and our 4-star headpiece. At least I'm thinking it's a hat piece. Pull 40. There's our 5-star slippers and our 4-star gloves. So that is our 4-star complete in 40 pulls, which is very on average. She looks cool. I'm excited to see how this suit dies. And there's our 6-star anklets and our 5-star dress. Pull 50. There's our loose 5-star piece. There's our 5-star socks. There's our 6-star handheld. Pull 60. There's our 5-star handheld. Giant stuffy. And there is our SSR. So what was that? Pull 60? That's actually really soon. I don't normally get the SSRs that soon. What a long intro. Are they normally this long? I can't remember. Oh, there's our cloud piece. Oh, I wonder if that's going to be a floating piece where I can change the height and I can raise it up high enough to get rid of those like light effects. Hopefully the light effects are only at the top. And here's pull 70. There's a loose 5-star necklace, our 5-star coat. Yay, that's so cute. There's our 5-star bracelet as well. And our loose 6-star handheld, that giant heart. Pull 80. There's our 6-star hair. Oh, she looks so good. And there's that loose 5-star dress. And our 5-star hat piece. And I do believe, yep, that's our 5-star complete in 80 pulls, which is also very on average, at least for me. Oh, she looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Adorable. Oh, I love the little Z's. That's so cute. And pull 90. There's our 5-star face piece. Oh, Well, that was stingy, wasn't it? Pull 100. There's our 6-star shoes. But I mean, I guess we're getting dupes now. I shouldn't be salty. Pull 110. There is our contacts. Wait a second. Is that our first set from the makeup piece? It is. Oh my gosh. It took me, what was that? Pull 110 or 100 even? I can't remember. It was 110. It took me that long to get to a makeup piece. That doesn't happen. That's not normal. At least not for me. So pull 120. Oh yay, there's our 6-star coat. And our facial piece, our facial paints. Pull 130. There's our other loose 5-star dress. There's the loose 6-star hat piece. There's our masks from the 6-star suits. Pull 140. There's our lipstick. I think today's gonna be one of those days where it's not a good day to pull, but I'm gonna continue doing it anyway. Pull 150. There's our 6-star dress. Oh my gosh, that little belt piece looks so sinister. I love it. Pull 160. There's another makeup piece. And there's our hat piece for the 6-star. Pull 170. There is our eyeliner and our hair piece for the 6-star. Ooh, and our floating back piece, a double 6-star pull. That's nice. Pull 180. There's our gloves for the 6-star and our contacts. I think that was the last piece. So it took us 180 pulls to finish the makeup, which I do believe is a bit more than what it normally takes me. Pull 190. There is our face piece. Pull 200. And there is, actually, I don't know what this piece is going to be. It can't be the floating because that's the giant mask. We'll see. Maybe a crossbody, but that is our 6-star complete in 200 pulls. Ooh, cool. Oh my gosh, look at all those details. Oh, I love the faces on those masks. Gorgeous. Oh, and we got our dupe of Gerald on that one as well, so it took 200 to do that. So I do believe that's the entire light chase complete. Yes. Okay, so let's go to decom and see how much we get. So I was able to get 1,009 coins with all of that. So always first up, I'm going to get this. And I'm going to get this. Now, that does not leave me enough for the other things I want, especially this thing right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go do the rest of my coupons, and I will be back. And I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and get this as well. And I do believe these pieces cost 1 to do. It'd be 1, 2, and then 12, so 14 veins in total. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these for that giant lotus leaf as well, which leaves me with 1,000 coins. All right, so here is our Gerald Frozen Slumber card again. And for evolving him, you do get this bag. I actually like the ombre on the little bow right here. I don't know how often I'll ever actually use it, but let's go ahead and evolve him. Very nice. He's got little ears. That's so cute. Oh, they flick. Oh, so adorable. Well, why is he covered in blood? I'll never... Oh, okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's see if he's got a big pick. Oh, the city is definitely on fire. I wonder if there's like some sort of apocalyptic thing going on right now. Interesting. I'll have to read the story and find out. Ooh, okay, so awesome. They have made it so you can heart everything inside of the backgrounds right here, so you don't have to like scroll like a maniac. Oh my god, I love that so much. Okay, awesome, cool, confirm. Anyway, I got really excited to share that. All right, and here is the Void Nostalgia little handbag that you get for evolving him. A pretty cute bag. I do like all the bows and everything, and I like that it's not obnoxious with the design. There is 4 dye slots, and you do have black and white in your basic ones, so that is awesome. And it does look like it is fully dyeable, and I don't see any overlay dyes either. So your first dye slot is going to be a lot of the bag. Your second is going to be the little bow design on it. Your third is going to be the blush on the bow and the hand held apart. And your fourth is going to be the metalwork and the little pearls right here. And here is our crimson cleaning 6-star suit. I'm going to sit here and go through the animation of it so you can see what it's like and how long it is. Because anytime you put this whole suit on, it's going to like automatically make you sit through all this. Oh, I love that. Oh, that was cool too. I wish she wasn't so high up though, like she goes off my screen. This is a really long one, but I really like the animation for it. Ooh, I guess that's gonna be your posture. Awesome. Okay, that looks great. Let's go ahead and dye it. So with the postures, you do get 2 postures now. You have the Crimson Cleaning Chance, which is this one. And then the Crimson Cleaning Right. Ooh, that's cool. I love the hands. That looks awesome. And I do like how her other hand is over this one. That's so cool. Oh, girl, why are you opening your eyes? Freaking me out there. Oh my god, okay, that took forever to dye this thing black. There's so many dye slots on everything. A few undyeable spots. I'm not sure if they're meant to be undyeable or if it just got missed. But on these 2 little twin masks up here, they have a couple red spots. It is hard for me to tell though with everything else, and then everything's gonna have a variant that I have to check as well. And I can't like zoom out all the way to see this giant thing. I just remember that we can move everything around now, so most of this does look dyeable though. I'm gonna actually take everything off and do this all one by one because there's so much going on with everything that it's a little distracting. So I'm just gonna start from the top with the hair. So there she is. She's lovely. It does look like actually there is sticks, hair sticks in the cones that you cannot dye, or at least there is an effect to them that makes them not be able to be purely black, but we will check. So the first dye slot is going to be the bulk of the hair. Oh, I love that ombre. Also, I love how floppy this hair is. That's gorgeous. But the wind, if you turn the wind on in photo mode, it's going to send that hair flying. Our second dye slot is going to be that ombre. And our third is going to be the ribbon that goes throughout. So yeah, I guess these hair sticks in the hair. Oh no. They're definitely dyeing. They have like a very light overlay to them that will make it match the tone of the hair a bit better, which I don't like. I wish they were their own dye slot because they're like a totally different material than the hair. And what if I don't want them to match the hair color, you know? Like, oh, but I mean, they're still cool, but that is a little bit disappointing. Maybe they'll update it in the future if other people complain about it too. Specifically the Chinese people, because when the Chinese people complain about something, they are quick to answer that. Overall, I do really like this hair though. I love all the looping things around it and all the detail and all the like little binds and everything. It's cute. And here is our dress, and it does come in another variant. It's a bit more of a calmer version. So if you don't like how decorated the other one is, there is this version as well. And I will do a slow 360 for this one as well. I personally prefer the more decorated one because I love all these ribbons. They're cute. And I'm going to showcase the dye in this version as well. So I was wrong though. There is not 20 dye slots. There is only 18. And the first one is going to be just that section up here. Your second is going to be like the overskirt and a few of the underlayers up here. I love that this is sheer right here over the sleeve. The third is going to be that other sleeve. Your fourth is more of the detailing inside and those pearls that go around. Also these little tassels on the back, cute. The fifth is going to be the underskirt color. The sixth is going to be the sheer sleeve right here. The seventh is going to be the other half of that underskirt or under robe. I'm wondering if this is like an entire layer system of robes and skirts. I love it, and I love that each one has its own like dye slot. Number 8 is going to be, is that an ombre with number 7? It is. Oh, it's so pretty too. Number 9 is going to be this little sash part up here. Number 10 is getting into the detail works and the ribbons. Number 11 is continuing into the detail. Looks like some of the stitching and the metal, which I'm not a fan of. And there's also beads over here, which I don't like either. I wish they were separate, you know. Number 12 is more of your little sashes and stitching. Number 13 is more of the ribbons and more of the accent colors. 14 is your belt and the ribbons that come from it. 15 is this one overlaying sash as well as this light particle. I love that. That's so pretty. 16 is this draping ribbon over here. 17 is this detail work right here. I love this little mask. And 18 is gonna be, oh, is that an ombre? It was 15. I don't like that those are separated as normal. They should be next to each other, but the ombre on it's really nice. And here's the second display they show you. And here's the third. Really pretty. I love all the layers on this. I can't wait to be able to play with this a bit more and get some really cool effects. I think with how the layers are done and how they're stacked, you're going to be able to get some really cool color combinations. And here is our coat. It also has 2 designs for it. I love this coat. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see what the other one is. Again, it's a simpler version. If you don't like the big like aura ribbon, you can take that off. But I like it with the aura ribbon. I think those are cool. So there we go, and I'm going to showcase the dies on this as well. So with this one, you do have 14 die slots, a lot. And your first one is going to be the main chunk of it, and it looks like there's going to be a nice ombre. So there's the ombre, and with the 2 together, there's a nice fade. I don't think it's doing the lightning part. You know, sometimes whenever it does the ombre, it like fades it in the middle to a paler color. This one looks like it's actually good color gradient. Your third slot is going to be the sheer sash and a bit of these flowers up here. Number 4 is going to be this massive ribbon system right here. Number 5 is going to be the detail work on that ribbon. Is it detail work? It kind of looks like glitter that goes over. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, you can't really see it. You're going to have to do a darker color. Let's get another darker. What does it look like with the green? That'll be good to play with. Number 6 is the lower ribbon system that the flowers are attached to. Looks like it dyes those flowers too. Number 7 is going to be the detail work in the front. Number 8 is going to be the metal work on those detail pieces. Number 9 is the embroidery on the main coat. Number 10 is the detail work on this left side mask. Number 11 are these little puff balls and a few of the gems on that mask. Number 12 are the earrings on the mask and the loops on the other side. 13 is this little bunch on the back where the 2 big pieces of cloth hang together. And number 14 is the light particles that come off that section. Sorry, I know it's hard to see, but there they are together. Overall, a nice piece, and here's their second like little display die. This reminds me of chocolate covered strawberries. And here's their second one. I like that. The blue, like that deep steely blue and the white. That looks pretty. And here's our shoes, and she does stay up a little bit, but I didn't notice these like light effects on the bottom. Okay, let's get into it. So you do have 6 dye slots for these things. The first is going to be your main set of ribbons. The second is going to be that smaller ribbon that goes around. The third is going to be these little bells and your other metalwork, which I love. That's so cute. Going to be the base of the shoe. Your fifth is going to be these light effects down here. And your sixth is also these light effects, so you can have two-tone light effects, which is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm so happy with it. These shoes are cute, though your doll does stand a little funny with them on. But if you're okay with that, then that should be fine. So the second dye option they offer for the shoes is not very far off from the black I had it dyed. But they do have a white and like a burgundy, and then a black with a very muted gold. Maybe like it just looks like an old silver bell. Not bad. And here's our hat. So there is a ribbon that like wraps around the head. I actually didn't notice this ribbon whenever I was first looking at it, probably because it dives into the hair and you just can't see it. But there's a surprising amount of dye slots for this thing. There's 11 in total. And your first one's going to be part of the mask. Your second's going to be the like eyebrow plates. Your third is going to be the decor on the outer parts. Your fourth is going to be the mouth. Your fifth is going to be the paintwork. Your sixth is going to be more of the paintwork. Your seventh is going to be even more of the paintwork, making this thing super customizable. Your eighth is going to be, oh my gosh, even more paintwork. Your ninth is going to be the paintwork on the teeth. Your 10th is going to be that ribbon. And your 11 is going to be the light particles. This one does not have the two-tone option, so it is just going to be one solid color. But this thing is gorgeous, and the customization on it is excellent. I think you can make this thing super colorful and super cool. And of course, you can scale it and shift it around to the front of your face if you really want to. I didn't get too specific with it, but you can. It doesn't really fit the doll's face too much, but you could probably make it work. And of course, it can get pretty big, but the headband is going to get really big too. If you can work with that, that's great. Now for the headwear, I am going to show this one with the hair because it has multiple slots on it that are specific to the hair. But I'm going to have the hair dyed white while I work and show the dyes for the hair accessory. In total, there's 13 dye slots for this thing with 5 different pieces. So your first piece is going to be this one up here. You can also move it up for whatever reason. Your second piece is going to be this big ribbon that hangs down. Your third is going to be the front piece. Your fourth is going to be these 2 pieces that come out the back. And your fifth is going to be the detail work right here. So without the hair, you only get this top section, the front piece, and these back parts right here. So our first dye slot is going to be a lot of the metalwork that goes around. Our second is going to be the ribbons and the little single puff ball up there. Our third is going to be, it almost looks like jade pieces, and then some of the beads. Our fourth is going to be these braided pieces right here. The fifth is going to be the tassels on the bottom and this centerpiece right here. The sixth is going to be this huge ribbon. The seventh is going to be the cords. The eighth is going to be a lot of your beadwork. The ninth is going to be these 2 little medallions. The 10th is going to be more of your beadwork. The 11th is going to be more beads. The 12th is going to be even more of your beads. And the 13th is going to be your light particles that come off the top. They're kind of light, so they're a little hard to see. Overall, I really like this piece. I love all of the different pieces that it comes with. I just don't like that they lock some of the headwear to the hair. Option 3 and their option 2 versus their original. They didn't really get too far into the crazy. I do like the red, white, and black though. That's nice. Now for our face mask, this thing has multiple variants as well. 3 to be exact, so that was number 1. Here is number 2. Still fully dyeable. And number 3. Still fully dyeable, which is awesome. They're all very pretty faces. Die slot 1, die slot 2, die slot 3, die slot 4, die slot 5, die slot 6, die slot 7, die slot 8, die slot 9, and die slot 10. One thing I really wish they would update for Styling Wizard, I wish people could change this themselves, because I want whoever comes into my closet to be able to click whichever mask they want to use, because I know I'll leave a lot of stuff on something that most people are like, I don't like that version, change it. But I wish they could just let the people change the versions to the items they want. It just doesn't make sense that they can't do that, you know? But I love this piece and I love the versatility of it, and I love that each one has its own like die slots and everything, and it's great. And of course it is scalable, so you can make it big, you can make it small if I bring it to the front and then shrink it down. So it can get pretty tiny. Now for our necklace, there is only 4 die slots. The first is going to be this section of beads. The second is going to be this part. Here's your third. And your fourth is going to be your metalwork and a few of the other like little metal beads. There's also nothing that hangs down the back. For our gloves, there are 6 die slots. The first is going to be this side over here. The second is going to be the detail work on that side. The third is going to be the right hand glove. The fourth is going to be the detail work on that. It's going to be the metal work on this like finger guard and your stitching. And your sixth is going to be more detailing on that finger guard. I'm glad that you can dye them separately. Like each one can be its own color if you wanted to, or you can do like duotones or whatever, you know, like that's great. I love that customability. Alright, and here is our painted reincarnation handheld. She holds it a little weird, but that's okay, you know. Let's check out the other variation. Oh, it can be tiny. How cute. Go, yeah, because in the idol it shows her shrinking it down and painting the faces. That's adorable. I like that. I wonder how this would work in dynamic poses, if it's big versus small, you know? But she does have 9 die slots. The first is going to be a lot of the woodwork and then the ombre on the tassel. Your second is going to be ombre on the brush. Your third is going to be the other piece of that ombre. Oh, I love that it like caps it. The third die slot encases the second one. That makes a really cool effect. Number 4 is your flower right here. Number 5 is the vine that winds up. 6 is the ombre on the tassel and everything. So together they look like this. A nice ombre. Number 7 is going to be your metalwork. Number 8 is your light particles right here. And number 9 is more of those light particles. So with this one, you can have the 2-tone light particle flame things, which is great. It's so cute. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that all of the die slots are the same for the different variation because it's just shrunken down. Let's check the hand postures. I'm glad they're a little bit different. I like that this one can be across the body, and I do like in this one it's actually in her hand right here. That's nice. Not bad. Could definitely be worse. Alright, next up we have our bag piece. I do have it sunken down, but on the bottom there isn't too much. It's just a little bit more detail. You have this version and then this demonic version right here. They're both pretty freaking amazing. I like them. Alright, so this thing has 20 die slots, more than the dress itself. But here's the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th is going to be your light particles. They're a little hard to see. Overall, a really cool piece. Super excited to have this one. Maybe one day we'll be able to scale these as well. That would be really cool. As for our anklets, there's 4 die slots. So the first is going to be this band. The second is that band. The third is the dangles on this one. And the fourth is the other side. I love that you can dye these separately. That's great. And And this piece right here is in the cross body section. It has 7 die slots, the first of which is going to be the ribbony part on this one. You have your next ribbony part, and then the workings of kind of like the effects. Here's your 5th, your 6th, and your 7th. So these all are pairs, and then the only thing that is all by itself is this part right here, where both die at the same time. These colors are in the default palette, so that's really nice, especially this blue. That's a really pretty blue. And lastly, we have our floating piece, Enchanted Guise. All of these little masks right here, super cool. And also super loaded with die slots. There's 20, but there's a load of colors inside of the default palette, so that's amazing. Your first one is going to be the hair on all of them. Your second is some detailing scattered throughout. I wish we could see this bottom one. Let me erase this really quick. Alright, so I tried to get it a little bit more visible. So here's the second slot again. Your third. Your fourth. Your 5th. Your 6th. Your 7th. Your 8th. Your 9th. Your 10th. Your 11th, your 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and your 20th. So they are done in kind of pairs, depending on where you're at. I think you just like 17 through 20 is going to be these 2 pairings right here. 12 through 16 is mostly this lower mask, although there is a bit on this upper one up here. 9 through 11 is specifically for the upper mask, and then everything else has like a combination of the masks that it goes onto. It's a really cool piece, and I love all the details. Like, this face is so cool. I love this one too. Like, they're all just so well crafted and designed and thought out. I wish I could get up there to see the other one up there, but she's amazing too. I think my favorite one is definitely this one down here though. I love the expression on it and the wood grains that you can see. Oh, it's so gorgeous. A beautiful suit, and I personally love all the details on it. But I also understand that not everyone's going to be into this aesthetic, and they'd rather save for something else. Maybe they really like the European stuff, but this is awesome for me personally. I think everything in here is great and usable in most of the stuff that I do. And so with the posture, the one that's called right, I did put the handheld on here. I'm gonna see if she does anything. I do like how it floats, though, like, again, it's really high up there, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'm guessing the right posture is gonna have a separate idol that matches the handheld. Oh goodness, the way her head switches. That's cool. Okay, that's an awesome one. So let me see the other one. The other one might be able to just idle by itself, but again, it might need the face mask on it. I'm gonna let her sit here for a few seconds and see if she does anything besides randomly opening her eyes. All right, and this one is going to be tied to the face mask. I did let her sit there and she just didn't do anything. I mean, it could have been bugged for me, but as soon as I put this mask on, she started doing an idol, so I'm guessing it's going to be tied to the face mask. And here is our 5-star suit, Saccharine Spell. She's adorable. She's super cute. Now let's go ahead and dye her black. All right, and here she is. So disappointingly, at least for me, the little sheep aren't like a light one where, you know, if you dye it black, you can't really see it anymore. It just disappears. They went full on logo style. And they also don't like rotate with you. They kind of like are stationary no matter which way you turn your doll, unlike the clouds which move. But it is a floating piece. No, oh my gosh, no way. Hold on. That's so unfair. Okay, no, they are moving. Okay, I almost freaked out. So you can raise them to where you can't see those sheep. Oh my gosh, that gave me a heart attack. Ugh. So that's nice. However, I mean, I really just wish we could have an option to not see those sheep at all. How low can I get this before they pop up? That's actually not too bad. This is where I would want my clouds to be anyway. Oh, you can see a little bit of some sheepy prints up there, but you know, that's fine. As for the rest of the suit, it is pretty cute. The stuffy is massive though. And like always, I'm gonna complain about how the 5-star suits with 6 stars don't get postures. I'm gonna go through this again, like piece by piece, because whenever you're looking at a suit as a whole like this, you're like, wow, that looks great. But most people, especially like free-to-play people, aren't gonna be able to get this whole suit. And so I feel like doing it piece by piece can show you whether each piece is worth something, besides getting it, you know, otherwise getting glamorized by seeing the whole suit together. So this is our hair all by itself. I like the little face framing pieces right here. And as usual, if you've got the pointed ears, it will clip, but it's a sacrifice we are willing to make. We also have 2 dye slots, the top half and then very clearly the bottom half. The ombre does not like go up too far, but it's not bad either. It's not like choppy or anything. It looks nice, though I think I'll probably end up sticking to just doing a solid tone for this hair, just because I like my ombres to have a longer radius in which they fade. And here is our dress, Saccharine Spell, and this dress is actually kind of like the Vitrum Talk dress. It cinches your waist in by itself, because my doll's waist is not that small. Actually, I have a good way that you can tell whenever a dress is like morphing your doll's body. I found this out because, you know, Vitrum Talk, the one dress, this one, it also like sucks your waist in, and I found that out through putting this tattoo on, the Frosty Dreamscape tattoo. As you can see, it sticks off the body when normally it would be flush to this, but it sits on the skin whenever you have that top one. So if we go back in here and put this dress on, you can see that it does sit off the skin again, so it is morphing your doll's body shape to be more slender. I guess it makes sense because it's supposed to be a corset, but I kind of wish it didn't do that. I like my doll's body the way I have it. I don't need them sucking her waist in. To me, this just looks, I can tell it's unnatural and it's not what I like, but I get that some people would like it. So our first dye slot is going to be a lot more of the dress than I thought it would be, considering there's 7 dye slots with this little thing. Your second is going to be the sheer part that goes over it. I kind of want to see how that layers. Oh, it's pretty. The third is going to be your corset, like under part right there. Your fourth is going to be your fluff. Your fifth is going to be your lacing. Your sixth is going to be your pearl. And your seventh is going to be your light particles. I'm pleased with the dyeing options on this one. I think the only thing I would have preferred is if, let me see, this like center corset part, not just like you know how it looks like a separate piece away from where the bandeau part of your top is and the skirt part. It looks like that's supposed to be entirely separate piece, like a corset you put on, but it dyes the same. I wish that would have had its own dye slot. And for our socks, as you can tell, it cut off the top garter belt right here with the dress on, so it will be, this top part will cut off if you have like pants or a dress that's longer. But for the socks, oh gosh, there's 10 dye slots for these things. That's more than the dress. Our first is going to be like this lacy outer part. The second is going to be the sheer inner part. The third is going to be these 2 roses. The fourth is going to be this fluff. These would have been cute as anklets. I think your fifth is going to be more part. Yeah, these would have been cute little anklets. Your sixth is going to be even more on that like little decor piece. Your seventh is the band up here. Your eighth is the rose. Your ninth is the inner band. And your 10th is the lace. Not bad socks at all. Kind of an interesting pair of socks though. I don't know how often I'll be able to use these, to be honest. I wonder why they decided to, I don't think this suit comes with an anklet or for something for the anklet category. So I don't know why they made this part of the sock or like this part. I don't know, it's just odd, a little odd to me at least. And our shoes, of course, are impossible to see, but there is 4 dye slots for them. The first is going to be like all your fluff. The second is the bands. The third is the pearls. And the fourth is your metalwork, which is pretty cute. I'm glad that everything is separate too. I love that. Next up, we have our dewy spiral little head wrap. It looks like a doily was plopped on her head, and it's got little roses and the Z's come off of it, which I love. We have 5 dye slots on it, the first of which is going to be the doily part. Your second is going to be the lace, and 1, 2 roses. Your third is going to be more of the, I guess, embroidery stitching on the outer part. Pretty cute, I like that touch. Your fourth is going to be these roses, and then the band right here. And your fifth is going to be the little Z's, and they do dye actually pretty nicely. So I'm happy about that as well. You could probably starlight it if you wanted to get these black, yeah. If you wanted them to look solid and not kind of have that like purpley gray cast to them. And here are our earrings, and it is a giant little fluffy strawberry. I kind of like love this, and I wish I had one in real life. I would wear this a lot. So your first dye slot's going to be over here with the flower. Your second is the ombre on the strawberry. Your third is the other half of that ombre. So there they are together, super cute. Your fourth is the ombre on the rose. I don't know why they didn't put these next to each other, that's weird. Your fifth is the jewels on both sides to tie them together. Your sixth is the metalwork for the earrings. And your seventh is the little topper for the strawberry. That's adorable. And for our little fluffy bracelet, there are 6 dye slots. The first is going to be this rose. The second is going to be the other flowers. The third is the fluff. The fourth is the inner band. The fifth is the ombre on those outer flowers. And your sixth is more flowers. That's weird. Are those flowers? I think they're supposed to be like buds. I don't know. Again, I'm still not too sold on this bracelet piece right here. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. I think they could have done something a little more interesting. Incorporated the clouds a bit more. I would have liked to have like, you know, like maybe little cloud bracelets that floated around your wrists or something. And of course we have the giant stuffy who also has little Z's coming off. On it, there are 7 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the fluffy lamb fur. Fur? Is lamb fur? Is it called fur? Wool. I meant wool. Oh my gosh. Your second is going to be the pillow, the blindfold, and the headband. Your third is like the lace detailing on all of that. Your fourth is some of the bows and the little sheepy paw hoods. My gosh, I'm like blinking. Your fifth is going to be the inner ears and the rose and the stitching and then the nose part. I don't like that. I wish the inner ears could have been on their own dye slot. Your sixth is the pearls. They should, yeah, oh my gosh, why did they do that? They should have made, like, I would rather have the pearls and the lace be tied together than the lace and the ears. And then your seventh is going to be your light particles. And for the sake of showcasing the dyes, I did bring this back down, but do know that I'm going to shove it right back up into the air. But our first dye slot is going to be those little sheep. And let me see, I wonder if there is another color option that we can use to hide them a bit better. I guess you can make it match the background, but there is a built-in light effect to them, so they're gonna be like glowing a bit. It'll take some playing around with. But disappointingly, you can't make them go away. Our second dye slot is gonna be the clouds, and I love these so much. These are so cute and perfect. Again, I just wish they didn't come coupled with those little floating icons. But our third dye slot is going to be the little specks and stars that fall from the cloud. it was just doing it, but now the stars seem to have glitched out. So maybe I was just hallucinating. I don't think I was though, but here's the icons with the black, like the ultra black, the one they lock behind the starlight wheel, which is atrocious. But that is that option, and of course here it is with the clouds, so they do get very dark as well. And then also the stars. And I am nearly 100%, yeah, well, we'll say 99%, that the clouds are supposed to have falling stars that drop down, much like the decom rainbow has falling stars. But I mean, it could be glitched out or I could be crazy, I'm not too sure. Now look, okay, where are these falling stars coming from? You see them? It has to be from the cloud piece. Red? Is it not? Is it from the dress? Oh my god, it's on the coat piece. Wow, okay. Those go really far out. What dice up was that? Number 5. Wow, okay, yeah. I don't know. I kind of really thought the falling stars were going to be on the clouds. It makes you think though, you know, like it's going to be on the clouds, not part of the coat. Overall, a cute suit. I am happy to have it, though I don't know how often I will use this giant stuffed animal per se, and of course the socks are a little weird. Maybe one day my dreams will come true and they'll give us a more cloudy inspired suit, because I would love to have a suit where it's just like it's full on, they went with the cloud theme, and that's very obviously what it's meant to be. I'm crossing my fingers. And here's our 4-star suit, Wander Limit. I think this one's absolutely super cool. I love the design of it and the detail they put into it, and it's cute. Plus I also like have a soft spot for cyberpunk stuff, so that's awesome. Yeah, super cool. Let's see what she looks like all black. Alright, and here she is. A few undyeable spots. I can't tell if that's just a glare hitting the chest piece or if it's like just not dyeing true, but most definitely on the legs down here you can't dye any of this silver stuff. I think the shoes are fully dyeable. Jacket looks fully dyeable, and headphones and earrings look good. For the coat there is 8 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the majority of it, and this is a light bar right here. You can kind of tell by the way it doesn't want to dye black. It might actually be black if you can do the starlight. Yeah, you'll have to do starlight if you want to get rid of that gray cast. Dye slot 2 is going to be the ombre right here. Dye slot 3 is going to be your bands. Dye slot 4 is going to be some of your detailing. Dye slot 5 is going to be this little shoulder patch. Dye slot 6 is going to be this thing right here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Dye slot 7 is going to be this part. I thought it would be a light particle, but I don't think it is. It's just stagnant, but it is pretty cool. It's a nice little detail that I'm happy to be able to have a separate dye slot for. And your last slot is going to be these buckles up here that go around the back side as well. Not a fan of the buckles, the middle part down here being the same, but it's on the back, and I never look at the back of my doll, so that's fine. For our shoes, the first dye slot is going to be a lot of it. Most of it. I really like this purple that I keep like scrolling into. Your second dye slot is going to be the front tongue part and your stitching. Your third is going to be some of the details like the base of the shoe and then these little triangles. Your fourth is going to be the lining. Your fifth is going to be your metallic accents and then these straps on the front. And your sixth is this is definitely kind of like has a glowing effect to it. You'll be able to get that black with starlight. These socks don't go all the way down over your feet. They're kind of more like pants almost, but there is 6 dye slots to them. The first is going to be like your defining base color. Your second is going to be these bands, and you can tell that they are kind of like, I don't want to say an overlay dye, but they're not dyeing true. Like this is not the red I would want this to be, nor the yellow. The green looks fine, actually. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's not blue. It's kind of like a desaturated version of the color that you pick. But again, maybe, nope, not even with starlight can you get these to be black. I slot is going to be all of the light particles on it, or not light particles, but like light accents. Your fourth is going to be the ombre on the bottom, so if we would bring this back up, ooh, that's really pretty. Your fifth is going to be the pouch, and your sixth is going to be these little rivets right here. For our dress, we do have 5 dye slots, which is a lot less than I thought it would be, considering like the socks and the shoes have more dye slots than that. Even the coat had a lot of dye slots. But your first is going to be the majority of it. I love how shiny it is up on the torso. That's cool. Your second is going to be the like chest piece and the ombre on the front. And again, even with Starlight, you cannot get that chest piece to be black. It will have that like casing over it. Your third is going to be the cyberpunk aesthetic details. Your fourth is going to be the honeycomb pattern. And your fifth is going to be the light beneath that. So with that, there's like 3 dye slots involved. So number 2 is going to be your top half, like of your ombre and everything. The fourth one is going to be the honeycomb. And then your fifth one is going to be that lower ombre. So that is really cool. That's an awesome way to be able to dye this piece. And for our hat piece, we do have 8 dye slots. The first is going to be the headband. The second is going to be this part right here. Your third is going to be the cushion. Your fourth is going to be, I don't know, the support bar. I don't know what that would be. Your fifth is going to be the little tag. Your sixth is going to be the, is that moving? No, it's just getting an optical illusion. I got so distracted by that because I thought it was like glitching on its own. It was animated. It is a light particle, so it's not going to dye true, but it will be bright, which is cool. What? Oh, okay, I got really confused. I was like, they doubled up on the dyes? That was really weird, but no. You have the 6 is going to be the outer part of that, and then 7 is going to be the inner part. And your 8th is going to be the power button right there. And for our little earring, it is only a one-sided earring. The first dye slot is this little, oh my gosh, that's like a little belt buckle. That's so cute. Your second is going to be the tag. Your third is going to be the writing on the tag. And your fourth is that singular hoop right there. That is such a cute little piece though. And for our gloves, we have 6 dye slots. The first is going to be the hand part. The next is going to be your accent colors. The third is going to be the wrist part. The fourth is going to be the accent on that part. Your fifth, ooh, cool. I like that it moves. That's neat. And your sixth is going to be the honeycomb pattern. Overall, a really cool 4-star suit to have. At least for me, I think it's just like one of those pieces that's very usable. And I really like that they have a coat with this dress that looks like a top. So I'm going to actually check how well that layers with other dresses real quick. I mean, obviously, oh wow, that looks like a face. That's kind of funny. So some of them you obviously cannot pair with it. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah. Of course, that flower is like, I'm still here. You can't get rid of me. Oh, you know, actually, that's kind of cute. Maybe I'm just being weird, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I think it's adorable how, like, if the dress has a bow on it, it sticks through the coat and it kind of like can make it a little bit more cohesive, you know? But I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just being weird. Alright, now moving on to our loose 6-star pieces. We do have this awesome little headpiece right here. I think it's so cool. Looks like antlers with gold and rubies on it. It's so pretty. And the gold and the red and the white are free. But your first dye slot is going to be the branch section. Your second is going to be like the little gold leaf and all the pearls. Your third is going to be the rubies, and your fourth are going to be the other ones. I kind of wish all these crystals, like these, were on one dye slot. And then like how on this dye slot we've got the pearls and then these metallic accents. The pearls would have been on dye slot 3 and all the crystals would have been on 4, and number 2 would have just been the kind of like metallic leaves. I definitely would have liked that because I would prefer to have these pearls be this color and then still have the leaves be the gold color. And again, this is a 6-star piece, as are the next 2 pieces I cover, so they are atrociously expensive to dye and unlock. And let me see how big it gets. Yoink. Pretty big. And we can rotate it. You know how it goes. It kind of almost looks like a jawbone. Or at least that's what I got from it right then, you know? Maybe I'm just have an overactive imagination. But for our other loose 6-star piece, I don't know about this one. Let me see. I mean, you can make it huge. That's kind of funny. You can have it as a floating back piece to be a fried egg. I'm sorry, I'm probably being unnecessarily mean to this thing. Let me go ahead and check the dies on it. So she is fully dyeable, and your first dye slot is going to be the sheer part that goes over the whole top. Your second is going to be the lining on that, and then the epicenter of the hat. Your third is going to be half the flowers. Your fourth is going to be more flowers. And your fifth is going to be, I thought these were leaves, but I think these are also flowers. So you get 3 dye slots for the flowers. Not too bad. And thankfully there's a white and a yellow in the base palette, so you can make it look like an egg if you actually really want to. And you know, you can also have the flowers as like toppings if you put like parsley or salt and pepper on top of it, you know. And for our soft whispers little handheld, there's only 2 dye slots. The first of which is going to be the pillow itself, and the second is going to be the little writing on it. So I really like that we can get rid of that because, I mean, I don't always care about the Vana word being on there, but I do like that we can get rid of it if we want to. And for your hand postures, you're not really going to have too much with this one. It's not a bad piece. It just feels like a little 5-star piece though to me. It doesn't feel like a 6-star piece. Now for our loose 5-star pieces, here's our first dress. There is only 3 dye slots for it, but at least the black and white is on the free side, so that is nice. And here it is all in black, like the same black. So your first dye slot is going to be the bottom skirt. The second is going to be part of this, what is this, gingham? Is it called gingham pattern? This checkered pattern? I can't remember, I probably butchered that. And your third is going to be the other half of that pattern. So it's not bad. It's not a bad dress at all. Actually, let me check what some of our coats do to it. Oh, so this slouchy coat does like chop off that other ruffle part, and the other sleeves will chop that part off altogether, or at least some of them will, like the little, these ones won't go, but, oh, and these ones won't chop off. But the like full sleeves, they'll chop it off. And then here's our denim dress. This is a tail? It is a tail, because that's a cat face, I think. And a little paw print up here. I don't like this one at all. This one's not for me. But let me go ahead and see what it looks like dyed. Oh man, this thing got 6 dye slots. Come on. Alright, and here it is dyed all black. Your first one is going to be the denim part right here. Your second is going to be your top. Your third is going to be your metallic accents. Your fourth is the embroidered cat. Your fifth is the little bow tie. And your 6th is the lining on the overalls. I wonder if maybe the sleeves, if we change the sleeves out. I don't know, even with changing the sleeves out, it's just not, well, those sleeves obviously aren't good for this, but oh, I really don't like this jacket. Yeah, I don't know, this dress isn't for me, not at all. And here is our cradled starlight necklace. There's only 3 dye slots. The first is going to be your metal work, like the chain right there. Your second is going to be the center gem. And your third is going to be those 3 pearls, and then the little tiny pearls around the pendant. So it is fully dyeable. Our next is the mild rain stain necklace. Does that say Vana on it? It does. It has 3 dye slots as well. You're going to have the bag section right there. You're going to have the lanyard section, and then you're going to have that metalwork right there. So it is also fully dyeable. And lastly, we have, not lastly, but lastly in the necklace section, we have the goldleaf glamour necklace. It only has 1 dye slot, so it all is going to dye at once, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a very small necklace, but it is also a 5-star necklace. I don't know if I want to spend 7 veins on this tiny little thing. And next up we have this little dream snatcher hairpiece. She also only has 3 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the barrette and the crystals. the second of which is going to be the little ribbon, and the third of which is going to be the outer pearls right there. So it is fully dyeable, and it can get pretty big if you want it to be. And it has all of the headwear positions you are used to. The last piece for the loose 5 stars, we have this little night cage facial accessory. It has 2 dye slots, the first of which is going to be the petals, like the metallic ones. And then the second dye slot is going to be the pearls, so it is fully dyeable. Lotus, tap, leaf dye options for it. You cannot dye the dragonfly wings and look like the legs on that one, or maybe you can dye them, and it's just an overlay system. But let me go ahead and look really quick. So your first dye slot is going to be the outer part of the leaf. Your second is going to be the inner part of that leaf. So it's got a very nice ombre on it. I love it. It's pretty. Your third is going to be the stem. Looks like it's going to have an ombre on it as well. Your fourth is the dewdrops that hang. Your fifth is going to be the dragonfly bodies. Oh wow, I really like how they dye. They're not going to dye true. They do have a light effect, but it is dyeing the wings and the bodies as a whole. So the wings definitely have an overlay, but that's a really pretty one. It still has like that oil slick texture to it, so it's nice. And your sixth dye slot is going to be the light particles that fall down. It's like little pictures of drops that spin, sort of. And then like the typical like light balls that they put in there. So let me walk through the dyes on this thing. Well, actually, firstly, let's check the coats on it. Oh no! Oh no! How sad. Please, oh no. You guys, okay, so the sleeves do not get chopped off. You are stuck with these sleeves. Sad days. Sad days. That's so sad. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, moving on. There's 15 dye slots on it, and then of course you can see these other ones that they offered as like the displays to try and get you to get it. Alright, and here she is in all black. It does look like everything is dyeable. When you zoom in, the light debris disappeared. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. And only the light debris has like a light effect, or not a light effect, a overlay slot to it. So that is fine. Everything on the dress is fully customizable. You don't have to fight with it anywhere. But your first dye slot is going to be the underskirt. Your second is going to be the upper part up here. Your third is going to be the sheer tulle over the underskirt. Slot 4 is going to be some of your embroidery and your little belt right here. Slot 5 is going to be this sheer part up here. Slot 6 is going to be, oh, that's kind of cute, like the edging and some of the ribbons around. Slot 7 is going to be part of your roses. Slot 8 is going to be your leaves. Slot 9 is going to be kind of like your little ruffles that decorate the sleeves and then the bottom apron part. Slot 10 is your detail work right here, some of your embroidery. Slot 11 is going to be your metalwork up here. Slot 12 is your beadwork. Slot 13 is more of your embroidery. Slot 14, very far away, is the center of the roses. So again, the roses, number 7 is the outer rose. Number 8 is the leaves on the rose, and then number 14 is the inner part of the rose. And then slot 15 is going to be your light debris. I don't think I'm going to get the veins for this. I'm very opposed to the idea of getting the veins for this because I can't chop off the sleeves, and that's just sad. I mean, it even looks like, they would pop off because they're not even attached to the top of the dress. I do not know. I wonder if that means like some of the gloves won't work with this thing either. Let me check. Well, of course the gloves are, oh no, what the heck? Did it chop off the other ones? Oh goodness. Okay, maybe this is bugged right now. Well, that one looks fine. Half that glove disappeared. Okay. Alright, so some of them are going to be disappearing on you. You might want to report that. Or maybe it's supposed to do that. What's another glove I'd probably use? Oh, that one goes all the way through. That one does not. Where are those ones with the big poofy part? These ones. Those go all the way through. Alright, so yeah, just be aware of that. You can't drop off the sleeves, and some of your gloves they do get cut off. Not all of them. I don't know why some do and some don't. And this one specifically like makes your arms just disappear entirely. Oh hey, but if you don't like the bat wing on these and you just want to pair this dress with some claw leather gloves, that is an option for you. But I mean, I guess even though you can't chop off the sleeves, it does look cute with the fashion. This is the endorsement queen coat. It looks pretty cute with the endorsement queen coat, at least in my opinion. Now for our handheld lilac haze, it has 5 dye slots. The first of which is going to be your outer lotus leaves. Your second is going to be the bars that make the support system of the lantern. Your third is the candle inside. Your fourth is the candle flame. And your fifth is all of the light particles. So she is fully dyeable, and none of them are like overlay dyes. And with your hand postures, it's the typical two-handed hand postures, nothing crazy. And here's our semi-permanent loose eyebrows, Lotus Afar. They have some very purple tint to it, but I don't mind that. I kind of like them. I like getting interesting brows like this because they can really like help elevate a look. Here they are on the palest shade. It's a little bit harder for me to tell they're purple on this doll, maybe because I've got the brows so squished on this doll's face because she's got a kooky face. And here they are on the darkest shade as of now, spoiler alert. But you can definitely see there's actually 3 purple tones, so you can see that way better on her skin than you can the lighter tones. And here are our contacts, Sea Salt Rose. They're gorgeous. I love the blue and the red and the light that filters over them, and the animations inside is like kind of like comes in layers and almost looks like a liquid, being, you know how you have the like in science experiments in school where you mix the oil and the water together and you tilted it slowly. It kind of has that like wishy-washy warbly effect inside of them. I think it's really cool. It's pretty. The only thing I don't like about them is the ring on the dark sclera. You can see it around the contact lens. I don't like that. I don't know why they put that there. Maybe to amplify the dark umbral ring that they have there, but I just wish they wouldn't have put it there. Next, we have our Snow Blush contacts. These are not animated, they are just pink contacts with a rose in the center and then a little ribbon that goes around with like stars and debris and everything. They're cute, they're a nice pink contact. I'm still waiting for the day that they give us a very harsh yellow contact. We don't have any like that, and I am crossing my fingers we get that one day. And here is the Jade Elk eyeliner. It is just a black squiggly eyeliner, kind of like flames with a white and red glitter system, but not glittery. It doesn't glint or anything, but it is nice. I like that on the darker tone. It just looks like flaming glitter. I think that's really pretty. And on the paler tone, it's actually a little bit harder to see the red and white glitter. Maybe just because it blends in a little bit more, but it's still there. And here's our facial paint, Flame Dominance. This is so pretty. So pretty. Actually, I'm going to put the eyeliner on with it. Can't really see it too much, but I mean, I'd probably pair them together anyway. This is a gorgeous facial paint, and I'm so excited to be able to use it. It's going to pair so nicely, especially with all of the like the Chinese centered ones, because I feel like those suits, I often see them portrayed in this very pretty blue and red combo, and so I think it's gonna look fabulous with that. And here it is on the darker tone. It looks wonderful. There's no harsh white outlines that make it look weird and out of place. And on the paler tone, I actually really like it on her weird face. Her eyebrows like match into the ones on the top. I think it looks really cool. But I mean, that's probably just because it's my bias, you know. And here's our lipstick Unicorn Kiss, and I'm impressed with this one so far. It looks great on my doll's tone. The first color is Forbidden Flame, then we have Nebula Secrets, Honey Amber, and Moss Mist, and they can all be overlaid or just not overlaid at all. So here's our first dye slot all the way up. and all the way down. Second dye slot down, and all the way up. Third dye slot up, and all the way down. Fourth dye slot down, and all the way up. Again, not a bad lipstick, though on the darker tones it does look a little bit chalky, so be warned about that. Next we have the Ephemeral Galaxy. I don't know if my lip is casting that shadow on the bottom lip, or if that is meant to be there, like they did that themselves. If so, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me just go ahead and continue to look at the dyes. So there are 4 dye colors for this one: Star Mist Abyss, Leaping Light, Starseed Trail, and Core Flicker. What a weird name. No, okay, so she just parted her lips a little bit, and that weird shadow gap on the center of the bottom lip like extended. So I don't like that. But here is our first dye slot all the way up and all the way down. Our second slot down and all the way up, and third slot up and all the way down. Fourth slot down and all the way up. Overall, not a bad lipstick, especially on my palest doll. It looks good on her, but I just don't know how to feel about it on my mid-tone to darker dolls. That might be a problem. And in home mode, we do have the decom furniture piece that I got, the Scorching beacon. Oh wow, this thing is big. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it down right here. It looks just like a castle piece. Let's go ahead and go into first person and see what they were talking about to board the beacon. Oh, okay. Oh wow, I'm getting Minecraft flashbacks. Okay, I guess this is just what it meant. It's just a castle piece. Ooh, I like that they have these little holes right here. That's nice. Oh, you can keep going up too. Cool. Cool, I like it. And let's jump off. Woo! Alright, so with this piece, let's see. It is scalable. That's nice. That's as small as it can get. You can make like a little playground castle. That's cute. You can also get really, really big. I can't even zoom out anymore to show you how big it gets. But it's going to be huge. You're probably going to need one of the 2000 lots to see it like that. But let me go ahead and sell this because we also got a bunch of new furniture in the game today to go with this update. And one of those pieces is this other little castle-y bridge. So you're going to be able to have that as well. And you can rotate it and everything, but it's hollow underneath. Kind of sucks. I'm about to put these golden feet all over my actual house. You're probably going to be seeing toes sticking out. Or actually, this might be a really good table if I bring it up from the ground underneath. Oh, cool. And then I can scale it down and put it around and make it look like seats. Ah, awesome. That's fun. All right, well, I mean, it's not too bad. I tried to put a table underneath of it. You can actually kind of see it right there. To see if I could get food to be placed on top of it, but it says you can't interact with it because it's being obstructed by this golden foot. So instead, I just put this sort of cage over some of the food items I have placed in there, because typically whenever you're eating outside, there is a little topper that goes over your plates and everything to keep the flies off of it. So that's kind of what I went with. Most of my food actually just ends up on this counter right here, so it's fine. This is going to be mostly for decoration anyway, but I think it's kind of neat, you know? Now, for our decom scene, you're in a box, and it does empty off into an actual purple landscape. I thought it was going to be black, but it is purple, and there's a hole up here. Let me see if I can get up there really quick. So you can get up here, it's just a weird branch though. So this is your scene entirely. If you were looking for something else, this is all it is. You have this trail of petals, these paper kites, these ribbons, and this one tree. all the falling petals, and then again your light source is coming from up here, this hole in the sky. Definitely one of the, I guess, least, I don't know, I can't say it's least decorated. It has so much stuff, but it's all concentrated in this tiny little spot right here. There's just nothing else beyond this. It's more limited for sure than most of the other decom scenes. It's definitely on par with the one that was with the light chase 2 light chases ago, the one that's in the red room, where it's just kind of like a very fancy looking room. It's on par with that. You're just limited to like kind of right here. So if you don't like this little zone right here, or you're looking to take pictures in a different way away from this to get maybe without the tree or without the ribbons or without the kite, you're not going to be able to do that unless you just want to stare at this concrete wall. And here's your posable area. So you actually are limited to like pretty much just the inside of this cube. You can't even get up inside of that hole at the top. So I don't know. This scene is definitely just meant for that area right there. And here is the lighting, like just where your character default stands compared to the blue screen, the default blue screen that we have in wardrobe, just to show you kind of like the lighting. The one in the decom scenes got a very yellowish tint to it because of the lantern right behind you. It does cast onto your doll somewhat harshly. It leaves a very glowy outline, but I like it, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to use that really nicely for photos. But again, that lantern is in multiple scenes, so if you're just looking to find a glow spot like that, there is other scenes that are definitely cheaper than this one. But here's the full frontal view of the lighting. From the left, from the right, from the back, very, very dark. A lot darker than I thought it would be, considering that the lantern is right behind you. And from the left, I actually like this one. It has like almost a campfire glow to it. I think it's pretty, and it adds some really nice shadows that like compete with the highlight, how strong it is on the right side of the body. And here's the lighting on the darkest and palest shade in the game. Again, there's a very harsh light that comes from the lantern. You can see it a lot on the darker doll. Not so much on the paler doll because she's already like ghostly pale trying to haunt your dreams anyway. But you can see it in her hair a bit. But definitely on the darker doll you can see that highlight a lot. But aside from that, it's not bad. I don't see anything crazy. I like that the light hits their collarbones. It looks nice. Alright, and now I'm going to click through the filters so you can get a glimpse at how you might be able to change the ambiance of this scene. Though do keep in mind, with having the filter this strong, it's really going to affect how your doll looks as well. And then your retouch settings. It gets really atmospheric when you turn that vignette up. I like that. And your halo. Of course, your lanterns are going to get really bright. And then that streak up above gets really bright as well. Not bad. Your DOF. It's a pretty shallow scene, so it's not going to do too much if you're doing like full body poses and your camera's like kind of far away. For our white balance, ooh, and our saturation, and of course our contrast. As for like glow spots or anything, you do have this one right here where like the streak comes in and hits you over here. It's definitely making my doll have a bit of extra light to her. I wish I could, it's kind of so big it's hard to see. There it is, right there, the transition zone. Let me just scoot her in there so it's right there, so you can get a very nice glossy look right here. And over here by the lanterns, you can scoot into them and get a bit of light. You might be able to make that go crazy. Oh, there's no sink in this scene. I didn't even realize that till just now. So you cannot sink down, because I know in the other scenes where these lanterns are, you sink down, and that's when the lantern will like hit your doll in the right way and just make you balloon into a light bulb, but you can't do that in this scene. Let me see if I can get her to squat into it with a pose. So I'm not getting any different effects. I think it would have happened if it was going to. So that is a bit unfortunate, but I mean, there's still a somewhat glow spot here. You just gotta be in the lantern if you're trying to like maximize your lighting abilities. I don't know. And of course, the primo light spot is going to be right up here where you can tell like it's hitting these flowers super harshly. It's going to hit your doll really harshly as well. Let me see if I can just kind of barely scoot her in. No, it just hits and she just lights up. There's like no transition zone. You're in it or you're not. So, I mean, that one's there. All up in this area, I guess. Just all over here. But again, for posing, I mean, you can't sink, but you can go up. So you can be all around this scene right here if you want to be, because you can go along this back wall. So you'll be able to be all around here, which is really nice. But again, I mean, this scene is very, very expensive, and it's kind of limited compared to the other decom scenes that we've gotten. So, I mean, as pretty as this one little section is, it's a little disappointing to see all of this nothingness on the side and then this purple abyss on this side. But I mean, you can make your own judgments on that and how well you might be able to use this scene for your own purposes. This is actually a spot I just found yesterday when I was moving around in this scene trying to take pictures, and I didn't even know this existed, so I wasn't able to put it, oh my gosh, I wasn't able to put it in my video for covering the decom for the abyss, but this is the decom scene for the abyss light chase, and I had just stumbled upon a glow spot. If you get in here, like you can see how metallic my doll gets. Like, that is not how she normally looks. I don't ever have like her, I guess, what is it, the gloss factor up really high, but you will start getting into the light right here, and then if you push back just a bit more, she gets like this super high shine to her, and I love it. It is so pretty. And again, it's just right here, and you do have to sink down just a little bit to like your hip is on this rock right here, but I think it is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Anyway, I'm sorry that I didn't know about this until now, and I already made that video for the abyss one, and it'll forever not be in that video, and it's so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but I'm telling you now, while it's still rerunning right now, you still have the opportunity if you're still like on the fence about it or whatever, and you don't know if you want to get it. It is still running. I think it's got a few days left on it, but yeah, it's cute. I love it. And here's that light effect on the darkest and palest tone. It's a bit harder to see on the pale tone. I honestly can't tell if she's in it or not. I mean, I'm gonna assume she is, because if I push her too much further back, it like, she just gets out of the light. So I can only assume that she is in the gloss. It just doesn't like have the same effect as it does on the darker tones, but she looks really good in the glowing light. So that is nice. Normal, then the harsh light, and then, yeah, they're pretty much inside of each other. So I don't know, it's a really pretty spot, especially if you have a mid-tone to darker doll. It sends like an ethereal glow onto your doll, and I think it's so gorgeous. But I do believe that is everything I have for the new light chase, Dance of Deceit. I think that's everything. I don't know. I am currently sitting at 2 hours and 5 minutes of recording, so I hope that's everything. I do still have to make fits and everything though. But yeah, I might have to add something to this, but I think I covered it all. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful and useful in deciding if you would like to pull on this light chase or save your diamonds for something else. We do have a lot of new stuff coming up. They're always releasing a lot of great stuff and they're always improving like the outfits they send out. So yeah, anyway, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments below and I will try to answer them. And as always, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.